All right. We are ready to get back into the run. Let's see what I gotta do today. Talk to Elenara. And I think I need to refill back up on water as well. What's up, Prophecy? How's it going? Yeah, I need to get the rest of the water. Oh, I need, No, I have enough alpha meat. I should be fine. I should be fine. There we go. I believe we go back to maybe the middle part of the swamp after this. I don't remember. I think that's where it takes us. Good man, just driving home from work. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I am doing pretty good. Not enjoying the hot weather over where I'm living, though. It is brutal outside right now.
Some more of our people went missing in the swamp recently. Could you help us?
I shall look into it, Elenara. So, we gotta go talk to Mofat. No? Why does it say to talk to her again? Maybe I have to talk to Mofat without the quest actually telling me.
Some more. Ori needs you. Some more
What about
of
the
our people.
Oliel?
What do you need? Here's what you need to know. Because Oliel should be in the slums of Levant.
Oh, she's telling me about
Abyssal
Purifier.
Desert.
That's what it is. She's telling me about this quest. I believe. Alright, so meet Oliel in the slums of Levant in the southern part of the city. Should be easy enough. It's like 100 degrees near me. Human is all get out to. Yeah, dude, it's been brutal lately. I don't know what it is. It's actually our front door. Our front door. I'm gonna go talk to Mofat. Our front door won't even close all the way because it's expanded so much from the heat.
Watch yourself out in the marsh. Alright. Oh, I'm too old for this.
Yeah, that part's done. But yeah, it's really, really annoying. We have to like slam our door shut and then hope for the best, I guess. Do I have rations? I have 3. I need more rations. Need probably 4 more to go to Levant from here. Unless I stop at Berg, which I could have done.
Friend?
No need to, though. Alright, let's pop all our boons. And then mana regen, which you have a bunch of. Yeah, August is usually pretty warm, though. I'm waiting for fall, so it'll all cool down. Fall is usually my favorite time of year. Not a fan of being frozen cold. Not a fan of being melting to death, either. But I imagine I'm probably not unique in that way, so. That's probably a pretty common sentiment. Let's take... his left path is closer to Endmarker, I believe. Alright, do I have my... Yes, I do. What's up, Matius? How's it going? Glad to catch it early? Heck yeah. Look how good stealth is. Stealth is insane, dude. I'm gonna have to take stealth more often in these hardcore runs. It makes combat way easier. Well, not these hardcore runs, because this isn't hardcore. But, like, the hardcore series I'm doing. I'm gonna have to try stealth more often, because it definitely seems like it's useful. Ooh, you are resistant, aren't you? I don't really understand the special attack that well, because sometimes it seems to hit the enemy even when it clearly should not. I wonder if it has slightly extra range. What's up, Astero? Or Astero? My bad. How we doing? I got on my email today, and I got a new Steam key for a roguelike game. Might try that later today with my brother. It's a local co-op RPG with roguelite elements. Might have to try it. Either today or tomorrow. And then Six Gun, a longtime channel member, he sent me a roguelite game that I need to try as well. Might 100% that game too. I got plenty to work on, but a couple of cool games that came out. What's up, Six Shot? Never played this game, but it seems really fun. Indeed, Outward is very, very fun. I would recommend Outward to anybody. It is awesome. Not everybody will like it, but I would recommend it to anybody. It's much slower. Much slower, like, in terms of a lot of other games, because you walk from fight to fight. But the combat is great, man. It's great. What game? I think the game that he sent me was, Abyssus? 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 It looked interesting. It looked kind of like... It's kind of like Borderlands, but more roguelite and not the same graphics. It has that kind of cartoony style to it, though. I'm about to check it out. I'm gonna pop another one of these, I believe. The other game, I don't know what that one is. I just had an email. I think that might be early access. Or no, it wasn't early access, but I got early access to it. I believe. Abyssus? Yeah, that's the name right there, Medius. He said he's been playing it quite a bit, and it was pretty fun. I think we already killed the giant, so he should not show up. Did we go through there, though? I did go through there. Yeah, okay, so we'll go around and kill the Blade Dancer. Kill the Blade Dancer, man. I got so many projects I'm working on. I haven't really been paying attention to new game releases much. I don't really know of anything that's coming out this year. I know my brother mentioned the Sonic racing game. But we were going to play that together because we liked the last one, but it doesn't sound like we're going to now because it's $70. For a Sonic racing game, dude. It is not worth 70 bucks, let me tell you. Let me tell you, sir. Stegosaurs are really, really good at fighting a fist melee build. I do not know why. It's a darn economy. Yeah, yeah. Well, the other thing is it's on the Switch, but he already bought the Mario Kart game. So like, if you already have a racing game, why would we play a new racing game that's also 70 bucks? I am not down for that. Looks like a Doom. Seems fun. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. But yeah, the last Sonic racing game, I actually really enjoyed it. It's a little bit jankier than like standard Mario Kart. It's not quite as good, but it has a fun element to it. I like playing as a Sonic. I wish they would make more. I wish they'd make a fighting game and put the Sonic characters in it. Like Smash has Sonic, but he doesn't have. There's no Shadow. There's no Knuckles. Like why is Shadow not in there? That's what I want to know. I want to play as Shadow, man. Well, that's cheap. But it hit me that time. So if we're just gonna cheat, can I cheat, please? It didn't hit the hitbox again. What's going on? We're just out here cheating. Give me some new abilities, man. Hit me up. Alright. I don't need to fight them. That's unnecessary. Because Nintendo doesn't have the rights to Shadow or any of the others. They only have Sonic. Yeah, but why do they even have the rights to Sonic? I don't understand how that works. It is funny that he's one of the best characters in there, though. He's very, very fast. Alright, headed back over to Enmerkar. How do they say it? I don't remember. I say Enmerkar. I think they called it something different. It's hard to remember. Oh, maybe that was the Kirby racing game that I was thinking of that they're coming out with. Maybe not the Sonic one. I don't remember. I know they're making a Kirby racing game too. Yeah, it might be the Kirby one that was like $70. I forget. Do I have my mage tent with me? Yes, I do. Let's pop Lightning Boon early. I foresee a bunch of enemies coming at me. Ooh, I need that mana regen, don't I? Mana regen, thank you. We should just be able to go right over to Levant, I would imagine. Meet Oliel in the slums. Let's stop off and turn in Purifier, because I think this ends after I turn in Oliel's quest. Ooh, I will take those. Yeah, I need to make sure I get that done before I leave. Otherwise, I don't think it fully completes. Sega only gives them the right for Sonic unless it's like a collaboration. Ah, like Olympic Games. Gotcha. Gotcha. So who do we talk to in here? I could talk to Matthias, I think. I got a comment the other day. It was about Matthias. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up. What was the comment? It was like, your pronunciation of Matthias is disgusting. I was like, how do you say it? I don't know. Matthias, maybe? Here's my rule of thumb on pronouncing things. You ready? Read it how you think it should be read, and then say it like that forever. There you go. Confront Jaeger Sullivan in the city of Berg. Go to the... Wait, who's Jaeger Sullivan? Is he dead? He might be dead. Do I remember who that is? I'm not sure. That's... Lass. Is this Jaeger? I don't feel like it is. Yeah, this is Cyreal.
What can I do for you?
I would like to train and finally get my boon
Listen.
from you.
I
Hey!
wonder.
Finally. What's up, Mike? I really don't know who this is. It might be... somebody in the inn, maybe? Jaeger Sullivan. I'd like to do the optional part, because I don't remember this part of the quest. Yeah, Jaeger Sullivan. Maybe he's inside the inn, because I remember... Sagard's in there. There's Sagard, and these two are the Blood Under the Sun NPCs. Nope, that's not where he's at. It's hard to know the pronunciation of names in the game. Yeah, the other thing is a lot of games actually say things incorrectly, because it depends on where in the world it's made from, you know? Who the heck is Jaeger, bro? I should know this.
I'm glad to see you.
Maybe I turn this into Aberdeen?
Be safe.
Nah.
Be smart.
I think he's the gate to the ancestors' resting place up top. Bro, will you guys get out the way? Oh, he's on the left side of town? You might be right about that. Because that's an NPC. Or a shopkeeper. That's not him. Yeah, you might be right about that. Yeah, the mist bin took forever to get. Because I was here earlier, but I was not allowed to grab it. Because the quest was in process. Yeah, that's the only other option there even is. Isn't he wearing like a black cloak or something? Or maybe it's brigand outfit. Yeah, brigand outfit. This is Jaeger. I know about your little experiment.
What? Not happening. Someone's about to get it.
Okay. He said, I told these idiots to burn anything that could be used as evidence. Give me the evidence and I'll give you 75 silver and 3 pieces of hackmanite. Brother, that is nothing. How about I choose option 3?
Not happening.
100 silver and hackmanite. Alright, so the offer went up. Wait a minute. I wonder if I... Yeah, see, I think if I turn this in, he goes off scot-free. I want him to go to jail. So I think we turn this into Matthias. Or Matthias, whatever. And then he tells on him.
How can I help you? Wait. Thank you for your aid.
Yeah, he gives less rewards. But at least Jaeger's in trouble. That's all I care about. Jaeger needs to... He needs to be punished, I guess. Alright, so we gotta return to the Cardinal for that quest. And then we just go over to do Oliel's quest. Not letting this man get off scot-free. Cannot stand for that. Dude, it's crazy you could see Face of the Ancients from town. Look at this. That's a massive dungeon. How cool is that? Very, very neat. I think it's the only dungeon that actually appears. The rest aren't spawned in. Alright, off to the desert. Is there anything I need to do in the desert outside this quest? I could probably do Compass. Though that's only if I tell her to go there. So instead... You know what would have been cool? You know how they did the gargoyles in Caldera? Where it's like, oh, I don't know if this is real or not? It would have been cool if they had these dead, like, shell horrors that are all over the place. It'd be funny if, like, they could randomly spawn in as an alive shell horror, which is interesting. The model for this specific shell horror looks like the size of the ones they designed in Outward 2. Look at this little, like, spiky underchin he has. But if you fight a shell horror, they don't have that. So I wonder if these are more advanced versions that we'll see in Outward 2 because we'll be closer to the original source. Because this looks bigger than a normal one. I think the normal ones are slightly smaller. Could be wrong about that, though. Did you get your third breakthrough? Yes, I ended up going with Rogue Engineer. So I could use this backpack. Give it to the guy in the tavern as well for a boon? Okay. Isn't that the boss version of the shell horror? It's possible. Well, there is no boss version of a shell horror. You're saying, like, the ones in the crystals, or what do you mean by that? I might be slightly confused by your wording. This might be a regular-sized one. Yeah, this one looks like a regular-sized shell horror. Reminds me of the infested that are stuck to the scenery in the alpha. Yeah, look out, dude, there's all over the place, too. There's just shell horrors just littering the ground. Yeah, because they have a slightly different model. I don't know of any boss version of these guys. Like, there's no arena boss Scourge is the thing. Oh, that'll waste my mana. Let's not do that. This area is... Dude, the thing is about Holy Mission is we're going from region to region so fast that it's not even spawning new enemies. It's all the same dead enemies. Traveling to Abrasar. Oh, that was the one that they said. They call it a brasser. It's like, that's not what it is. There's the Sand Rose Horror. Maybe that one. Even he's the same size as a regular horror, though. He's just fire-based. Water? How's my hot weather? It should be pretty decent. 36. Oh, yeah, because chest and boots don't have anything for it. Let's take... Weather defense potion. And then I'll grab cactus on the way, too. Alright, maybe I do a rematch with the bugs. I could try and fight them this time. Last time did not go well, but I was underprepared and I didn't have any of my stuff. How long is my boom gonna last? 55 seconds. Oh no, go over. Okay, this guy's alone. I got the Mika fever. You only get the Mika fever from them, really. I don't know anywhere else you can even get it. What does this get cured by? Mika fever. This is a cool boon. Yeah, that actually cures that pretty easily. So, carry around cool boons for yourself. The Wendigo do it? Wendigo might do it too after Definitive Edition, yeah. Yeah, you might be right about that. Dude, you did not see me. Woohoo! I got him. I can barely get out of that. They attack so quickly. Come on, man. These are not enemies that you should ever really fight. They're also not worth it. I think they're supposed to be like a deterrent enemy type. Because there's no benefit to fighting them, and they come in groups to where they're very difficult to attack. Not sure it's ever worth it. That's an easy way to deal with them, though. Get out of here. Yeah, they're kind of tricky. I would need to figure out what kind of food or something can give me back burnt health. Because the stamina I have dealt with, but the health is rough. I need to make... What are those things called? They're mushroom bars? How do I make those? Probably a green mushroom and... I think it might be 2 green mushrooms. One Punch Man. What's up, Erica? The hit sounds on them is very satisfying. Yeah, they have a very satisfying sound when you hit them. I don't know why, but... I think it's the sound of hitting a shell, probably. It's 4 green mushrooms. Okay. There are green mushrooms in the desert. Not easy to get to, but there are... They are a thing. Alright, how do I do this without dying? Nice! Well, I loop them pretty easy, don't I? No complaints there. That worked out great. Yeah, I don't really want to fight the fire horses. They're not fun. Needle or mineral tea also work. I could probably buy a couple of teas. That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. Alright, my stats gonna live up for this? I hope so. Come on, we got this. The extra 10, the negative 10 stamina cost is awesome, by the way. We got that at the end of the stream last time, so I hadn't been able to play with it. Oh, wait. I got an idea. Yes, perfect. No, that was amazing. I couldn't have done that better if I was... I don't know, playing... I don't know how to finish that. There's no way I could have played that better. That's basically what I was trying to get at. That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. Could use mana regen, though. I think we ran out of that, didn't we? Yep. It's actually a really cool build. Because, essentially, I have to upkeep my entire build so many times. Like, I have to pop the boons all the time, mana, probe. Like, you really want to do a lot of things, like, every second of the whole game. If you want to play an active playstyle in Outward, this is it. I mean, you're literally never bored. There's always something to do. Like confusion, sir. Sit down. Woohoo! We are hitting really well. What's up, Endless? Oh, could I kill the bird? Nah, there's no way a discharge does enough damage. There's no way. What if I stealth? I could just probably prismatic flurry him if I could stealth. Yes, I got him. Not that I really need that. It was still fun though. Make me immune. Ooh, did you see that 6 just movement back? I like that. More stealth. Alright, that time I did get a block out of it. Why are you fireballing 2 feet from me? It's so weird. Nice. That went better than the first time I fought him. What bird is that? Yeah, that's the jewel bird. The jewel bird. There are, I believe, 2 or 3 of them in the desert at any given time. They drop raw jewel bird meat, which can make a really cool food. I believe it gives you increase in speed and a high health regen, possibly. Made it back to Levant. Look at that. Levant has the best entrance for a town. I mean, this is so cool. It's funny they have deer, though, when they don't have any deer. I guess maybe they could have deer in the stables, like in the back of town or something. Because they do have, like, farms and stuff in here. Alright, time to go to the slums. Slum it up.
Can I help you?
What do you have? Nothing. And nothing that I need. Ooh, maybe keep the cold stone, because cold stones are pretty valuable. The City of Heroes. Maybe one of them was from Sierra.
Can I help you?
Could be. Well, here is burnt stamina. Yeah, they don't sell any of the health stuff. Maybe when the place was an oasis. I don't remember, though. Timeline-wise, I think New Levant didn't exist at the time. Yeah, it depends on when they would have built it, though. Maybe it was still partially oasis when they built it.
Touch it, you buy it.
The Chimera pistol. Because all you have to do is the one side quest. But I'm a dummy and I didn't do it. Oh, this is also, you could come here and get the Pathfinder Claymore from this place. So I guess that's not technically a unique item. Odd that you could buy that, though. Wolf sword. Cool. Alright, Oliel, what do you want? What's up,
Elap
Chamomile?
sent
How's the
you,
build
didn't
going?
he?
Dude, we got it now. It's going great.
I've met the ancient. Secondly, there are the. Finally, there's the Stone Titan's cave.
I believe we have to go to Stone Titan Cave, right? Old Levant has Pearlcent, which is nothing. Garden has nothing. So yeah, go to 2.
Farewell, my friend.
Is Thor's hammer in Outward? Nope, no Thor's hammer. That would be cool, though. What's up, Storm? How's it going, bro? Yeah, Speedster's been pretty cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even really using it much. That's the weird thing. I'm mostly using the other skills, but I've been throwing it in here and there. I've been throwing it in. Doing my best. Yeah, what's up, Storm? Cool to see you, bro. I think I had a question for you yesterday, but I forgot. It was an armor. We were talking about an armor set yesterday. And someone mentioned that it might have been in your mod. Your armor mod? I can't remember. I wish I knew what armor set that was. Work home, kid, repeat. Nice, nice. That is the life. Yeah, I can't remember. Was it maybe backpack skins? No, it wasn't backpack skins. We got to talking about armor sets the other day, and there was one particular one that had like a different color. Oh, I know which one it was. It was the Gaia set. In that mod, it's like all mossy and stuff. We were trying to figure out which was the original set, like what it looked like. It might have been the Elite Plate, actually, now that I think about it. Pearlcent male, but a black version. Oh, that was that. Yeah, that was the other one. That was the other one. I was thinking the one we talked about the other day, but that was like yesterday. We talked about the Pearlcent male being black. Because, dude, that would look amazing. Can you imagine? Can you even imagine? Well, it didn't quite do as much damage as I wanted because I didn't have the infuse on there. Ha ha ha. I need one more. Oh, I missed! Thank goodness. I was about to be upset because I wanted to get all 4 alert. I was sneak watching yesterday from work and you're alive. You were talking about moving sigils, and I was like, yep, class fixes. Oh, is that in class fixes? See, when I tried yours, I tried class fixes a while back. I think it was like a year and a half ago at this point. I don't remember if I tried that, though. I tried quite a few classes. I'm not sure I got around to all of them. I couldn't remember. Doesn't Brigand Armor and Pearlcent Mail have the same model? Yeah? Possibly. Possibly. I think Pearlcent Mail has more detail, though. Has more detail, though. Yeah, we'll probably end up doing a modded run after this run, I would imagine. The way it's going. Because I need plenty more time to work on the hardcore runs, video-wise. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. There's a huge quality of life, but it has a hard drawback. No multi-sigil. Yeah, oh, that was what someone was saying, is that that should have been in the game, is that you wouldn't be able to multi-sigil, but that's perfectly fine, you know? That feels perfectly balanced, I think. You can now move around with the sigil, but you can't do a bunch of them. I mean, a bunch of them and moving around would be overpowered, obviously. That'd be way too good. Because then, like, way out of combat, you could just stack them, walk in, and one-shot anything in the game. Or what is it? Mana push, shit. Mana push, everything's dead. Oh, we got 2 bandits. Watch this, you ready? Oh, I need the boon. Aha, I got them both. There you go. There's a little speedster for you. How about that? How about that? Okay, there is a mage in here, and there's another guy too. No, I almost got away without getting hit. Oh, you're going down now, buddy. Triple hit. Destroyed. Personally, I think it loses its identity, but definitely understand the appeal. I think I like the sigils the way they are, but also I think it would have been cool if, you know, how Caldera has the town building system, but like 90% of the time you don't want any of the buffs. It would have been nice to have a buff like that, where it was just, oh, your sigil moves with you now that you're made it to the end game, but you can only have one of them. So potentially, the way they want you to play it is to, you know, like, specialize a build. That would specialize your build. If you were playing just any element mage and then you had to be forced to use one, that's a specialization. That should have been in the specialization skill tree. I 100% believe that. I like the skills. I think the weapon skills are good. I think the specialization skill tree, though, was a mess. It's an absolute mess. It has really, really good ideas, but I've played too many runs, even in the last, like, half a year, where I just don't even use it, because it's not beneficial. Or, like, the one. So the one that people like the most is probably the extra dodge distance, right? It's really cool. You can't take it unless you take Rogue Engineer. Now, potentially you could use it with magic, because magic users don't actually use that much stamina. At least not as often, so there is the potential, but like 90% of the time you're killing your build if you take that, and you don't have Rogue Engineer. It just kind of feels frustrating. I think Brains and Brawn were fine, though. Those 2 passives are perfectly fine. See ya, buddy. You never stood a chance. I hate to say that to you, but you really didn't. Wonder just how janky it is and how the skills from the other skill trees behave with it. Yeah, the extra dodge. I tried the extra dodge one time. I don't remember what build it was. I don't have a pickaxe? It's a weird thing to not have. Fair enough, though. Yeah, I don't remember what I took it with, but it was really... Oh, no, I took it with Ghost of Endmarker at one point. At the end of my playthrough with that build. It was pretty good on that one, but that was a build built around infinite stamina, so it couldn't run out anyway. Brace. Alright, bow dude. Alright, deal half my health in a single hit. Why don't you? Why don't you do that? Now you're dead. How you feel? That did so much damage to me. It's crazy. I think the sword guy might have hit me one time, but I did not take a lot of damage from him. It was mostly the other dude. I'm not gonna heal. I'm gonna... Whoa! It might have took chip damage from blocking too. I don't remember. Oh, dude! If I could fit in Doomed somehow, the game's over. Game would be over, bro. By the way, Sheen, I really recommend you try Sky Oblivion once it comes out. When is that coming out? Nailed it. Circle. Can't do nothing. Alright, there's my alert. Yeah, he was done. He was done from the start. Single-handedly, my only anticipation other than Outward 2. Okay. That is high price. Probably at the end of the year. Gotcha. I will keep an eye out then, huh? And I need to read this one. Double read it, make sure I got it. Yeah, you could always just remind me. Pop back in the chat or something. Remind me whenever it comes out. I'll probably play it when it comes out, though. It's a remake of Oblivion made only by modders. How was the remake that was made... Wasn't Oblivion remastered recently? It was like shadow dropped. I heard only praise, but that's from mainstream media, but who only praises every game that ever comes out. So I didn't know if it was any good or not. Anyone try it? I think I go down. It was a 1-to-1 just graphical improvement. Yeah, see, Bethesda worked on Starfield, which I heard was complete trash, even though people liked it. Yeah, I didn't play it. So it's not coming from someone who played it. So I just don't trust them anymore, so I wasn't sure if it was any good, you know? Did I read them all? Went up and got the other one, didn't I? I think I read them all. If not, I can come back up. Think I got them, though. Alright, let's pop... this. It's fine, I guess. Runs easier in modern PCs, but it's about it. Okay. It was good because it was just Oblivion. Fair enough. I know people love Oblivion. That's one of the games that when I was streaming Dragon's Dogma, people were like, oh, you gotta try Oblivion, dude. You gotta try it. 2 words, paid mods. Okay, fair enough. I appear to be heavy. That was rude. Dude, that sound sounded so weird that time. It, like, reverberated, and it sounded really awkward. I need healing. Probably some rage would be good, too. I'm noticing I'm not impacted much. have to eat the hit to do it, but it works every time. Ooh, that's close. Yeah, you take so much damage with fists. That is my opinion. Nailed ya. Where'd my healing go? Did I not heal? It's taking forever. Take a potion, and I'm dead. That did not feel good. It's Bethesda, the pioneers of paid horse armor. Simply does not surprise me anymore. Gotcha. Fair enough. That's kind of what I heard, but I didn't know. Thankfully, Sky Oblivion will be free, only requiring people to have the Skyrim SE and Oblivion OG. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Alright, made it down. Where is the knight? I should probably rebuff. I don't know how long these are going to last. Long enough. Probably have to block. Not unless he does something stupid like that. Buddy. That was on you. That was on you, bro. I had nothing to do with it. Let's go ice. Oh my word. Want some of this blood? I like that attack, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I've noticed that it misses way too often. That's the thing about Knuckles. I feel like they're really, really powerful, but slightly inconsistent compared to other weapons I've used. Slightly inconsistent. No, don't let her die. Okay, well, don't die ourselves. That would be an equal mistake. I'm epic failing right now. Holy hell, are you serious? I ate every lightning ball that you can eat. Holy hell, ended up dying to gas.
I think we've really hit it big.
I couldn't do it. Couldn't save you.
Something terrible happened here. Let's take this back to Monsoon.
I tried my best, but she's a fool. An absolute fool. I should probably, like, I don't know, buy some health potions? Looking like it. It's looking like it. Yeah, I beat Skyrim. I never played Oblivion, even though I was told to play it. I just didn't listen. Okay, I'm bad about that. Did I not loot the giant? I wonder if he had a health potion. But I do want to play Oblivion. I may wait until that mod comes out then, if that's the case. Yeah, I didn't loot him. Ooh, he has that too. Yeah, as far as gaming companies go, the last game company that I'm pretty much... The only game company I'm a fan of anymore is FromSoft. I like all their games. Night Rain was like my favorite, one of the best games I've ever played from them, and I was a huge fan. So they're the last developer that I'm like gung-ho about, but that's about it. I like Bethesda for a couple other games, but I'm not really a fan, I wouldn't say. Could try Morrowind's fun adventure and a rich lore game. What was that game that people wanted me to play? I want to put that one. Kingdoms of Amalur? I heard you have chakrams in that one. I want to try that game. Alright, go back to, I think, Sorobor? But Sorobor can be done in any town. Yeah, it shouldn't matter. Totally get it if I see it on sale. Yeah, that one sounded exciting. I've had that one described to me a few times. I think I can get up right here. Nailed it. I'm a little heavy, but we're not that far from town once we leave Levant. Do I have any potions left? No, I don't. Oh, you're gonna get it. Absolutely gonna get it, because you saw me. That is rude behavior, and I will not stand for it. They're weak to cold, aren't they? I thought maybe he wasn't going to swing because he didn't last time, but then he just randomly did. Oh well. That's a good game with a neat mechanic. Yeah, that one seemed really exciting. I was kind of... I just haven't set, you know, I'm working through a couple of videos. Once I get done with, like, the slew of videos I need to make, I will actually sit down and play a new game. Capcom for two reasons, Devil May Cry and their fighting games. Capcom's good for the most part. I liked Dragon's Dogma 2. I wasn't okay with every decision they made, but Dragon's Dogma 2 is good. It's a fun game. Look at that, Caravaner. Let's go! What's up, Stilly? Hey, good to catch a stream. Hopefully the playthrough's going well. Currently doing a Gun Mage playthrough myself. Ooh, Gun Mage. Yeah, that's fun. Fall of Avalon? Yeah, I heard of that one too. Oh, what was that game? Is that what it's called? It came out like 2 months ago. It was like supposed to be like a Skyrim clone. It might have been Fall of Avalon. I can't remember. I think it's something different though. I think my brother played it, but I didn't buy it at the time.
Friend?
What do you have? You have a lot of garbage. That's what you have. That is what you have. Avowed. No, Avowed was bad. It was Tainted Grail. Yeah, Tainted Grail. Fall of Avalon. See, I recognized it by the first name. The Fall of Avalon sounded familiar, but I was like, something don't sound right about that. Avowed was supposed to be garbage. I didn't even look into Avowed. Though I didn't play it again, so I don't know. Let's buy a couple more rations. Tainted Grail's great. Yeah, Tainted Grail actually looked awesome. It looked like it was basically a Skyrim clone. It had really good quests and cool magic system. That is on the list of things that came out this year that I want to play really badly. Music is dope. You're gonna love it. Yeah, the thing is, I'm much more sparse with just purchasing games nowadays because, you know, the economy's trash, and also like a lot of flops happen. So I try to wait until I know for sure a game is good before I purchase something. But that one was definitely one I wanted. Also movies too, dude. Movies are freaking, oh, they're so bad lately. I did go see Naked Gun, though. Naked Gun was awesome. It was very funny. And I think my brother went and saw see Superman, but I did not watch Superman. Okay, there's a golem right there. That is a very close golem. I'm not a fan. Tainted Grail is amazing. I'm on the second act, and also, what's up, Sheen? Yeah, what's up, Joey? How's it going, bro? Yeah, I've heard good things, for sure. Can't go wrong with Naked Gun. Dude, I watched the new Naked Gun, right? And it made me go watch the old ones, and I actually, unironically, like the old ones better. Like, I hadn't seen the old ones. Dude, the first one is so good. If you haven't seen it, it's a must-watch. These guys are really close to the entrance. Yeah, that's a must-watch if you like funny movies. It was so good. Okay. Probably brace, maybe? The lighting is freaking out. Finished Avowed. It's not as bad as people say it is. It's fun enough. Combat got a lot better with the latest patches, and the story's good if you are a Pillars of Eternity fan. Okay. I know it got dogged on pretty hard. And I didn't look into it enough to really know anything about it. I want, I think, Lightning Infuse. And then mana. And we need to go to Sorobor. So we'll just go to Berg and do it there. The humor, besides the haters, need to be just like these old ones. Those old ones? Yeah, dude, the humor is so good. The humor is so good. Yeah, the first Naked Gun is just, it's amazing. The other two are pretty good too, but I'll say this. So I like the third one better than the second one, because the second one's plot revolved around this common trope, and you'll know it immediately. In the first movie, the guy gets the girl. Can anyone guess what happens in the second movie? She left him. Oh, I wonder why. What? No. It's like, okay. Now, back then, it probably wasn't as big a deal, but it's so overused. It's just like, this plot line is not interesting to me. She left him, and then they get back together by the end, because he can't give up his job. It's like... Where have I seen that before? 1,000 other times. But yeah, third one was... I'd rank him probably 1, 3, and 2. Although I didn't hate 2, it just that plotline wasn't as good. Obsidian's an interesting case. They suck at owned IPs, but nail in borrowed ones. Huh. Outer Worlds from Obsidian's pure gold of a game. Totally recommend it. I think my brother played that one. It's one of the reasons I try to get my friends into Outward. Low cost on sale and so much content to play through. Action bars and combat UI is fire. Yeah, that's why I don't really care. People always ask me, like, do I prefer mods or not? Like, I personally prefer unmodded. But that's because, like, I truly love this game. Like, I really enjoy, like, all of the aspects of it, so I don't need any extras. But I don't have a problem with mods. I like mods just fine.
Want to buy
I think they
something?
enhance the gameplay a lot of times for Outward. It's just not my preferred way of playing. I wanted to sell something else. Now we talk to Sorobor, I believe. No, I wanted to purchase something from the mage. Shinji, did you try Blasphemous? It is on my wish list as 2D
How
games
can I
to play.
help you? Here's the pay attention. You've earned this.
It
How
is
can I
in my
help you?
wish list. I might have to get it if it's on sale. Might have to pull the trigger, dude. Because I definitely was going to buy it. Oh, I wanted
How can I help you?
this potion. 46%. That means I need an alchemy
How
kit.
can I help you?
And that should be it. Because I already have the particle. Where is my campfire? What's Blasphemous? It's like a... I actually don't even know how to describe it because I haven't played it, but it's supposed to be like a 2D grim dark... I think it's kind of like... Nah, see, it's not like Sanctuary, but it's kind of like... I can't remember if it's a roguelite or not. Which one's a roguelite? Is it 1 or 2? It might have roguelite elements. That might be what I'm thinking of that. It's a pretty good looking game, though, from what I've seen. Metroidvania, thank you. Yeah, Metroidvania. That's like... That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, it looks awesome. I think those came out quite a few years ago, too, so they're pretty solid at this point. Yeah, Metroidvania. I'm a huge fan of most of the really good Metroidvania games, and the funny thing about that is I don't even think I like Metroidvania mechanics.
This worries me.
That might sound weird to say, but I think Metroidvania games have so much polish, good boss fights, good combat, and all that, but the worst aspect of them is their most prominent feature, is the whole backtracking. Like, sometimes it's not too bad. Like in Salt and Sanctuary and Salt and Sacrifice, it wasn't that bad. It was actually enhancing the gameplay. But when I played the Mobius Machine, which is like not the best Metroidvania I've ever played, it hurt the gameplay so much because they just wanted you to backtrack for no reason except for the fact that you were backtracking. It was like, this is not
worries
helping
me.
the game. So I'm always worried when I play it. Another game that did it well was Mandragora that came out this year. You only backtrack to get upgrades. You don't just backtrack for the sake of doing it. Which is really good. That's how it should
Old
be. It
language,
should always be for upgrades, but
Actually,
it's not
I
always
think
like
I
them.
do.
Said, then don't look for Dead Cells. Yeah, my little brother loves Dead Cells.
Yes. Farewell, my friend.
I thought it was pretty fun, but I didn't really want to get
This
invested in it.
worries me.
So he's done now, I think. It looked like a quality game, though. Talk to Eliel and Monsoons. Yeah, that part's done. Let's sleep, because I got like a ton of burnt stats. Yeah, my brother loves that game. He's been playing it for like a year. Almost every day. He's a huge fan. I can admit its quality is great. It's just... Listen, when I play roguelites, I want to play co-op roguelites. That's the truth. I don't want to play a solo roguelite. I actually quit Hollow Knight because of that. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't think backtracking should be a central point of the game. I think it should enhance your builds. So you should be able to go get more powerful by backtracking. But a lot of times they're like, oh, we're a Metroidvania. We have to backtrack every 3 seconds. And it kills the pacing of the game. Most of the really good ones don't do that, though. I haven't played Hollow Knight, so I can't speak on that, though. I need to sell something heavy. Probably buy this, too. Oh, I'm so close. Can I sell anything else? I'm so close. Nailed it! I'm still heavy, though. How'd that happen? I played through multiple times, unmodded, and loved it back on PS4 before DE. Still remember wild bugs like clearing an area, leaving and returning in the body so they have their loot would refresh. Now, there was some really funny ones, too. It happens more often in co-op, but like you could leave, you could kill the enemies and then leave the area, come back, and the bodies would like expand and morph themselves and become like these weird anomalies. It happens more often in online co-op, but it's funny. There's one FPS roguelite with a good co-op. I have to search it though. Gunfire Reborn was one of my favorites. That one was awesome. You play as like animals with different abilities, and then you use guns, or you could use a melee, and it was a co-op roguelite. It was really, really good. Me and my dad basically 100%ed that together. It was amazing. Very high quality game. It has a couple of issues, mainly that the beginning part of the runs are too hard once you get all the modifiers active, and you go for like the hardest difficulty. The beginning of the runs are too hard. And if you don't get the stuff you need, you might as well quit. Because like halfway through, it just becomes a giant bullet sponge. But if you get the right build, I mean, you can annihilate. It's just sometimes you get a bad run and you might as well quit. Oh, was that one? Yeah, that one's good, dude. Said Guntouchables. It's a new one. It has good gameplay. Oh, I haven't heard of that one. What's up, Firehouse? Said, I just joined the watch party. I've got the Ivory Staff, and it's sweet. Ivory's the one with the 10% cooldown buff, right? Is it? It's 10, and then it has negative 20 mana, I think. Mana cost. And that one is nice. So Benji said, I like the aha experience when you remember that certain path that you couldn't do before. But after a single playthrough or overly repeated backtracking, it's super annoying. Yeah, I think I'm right on the page with you, man. I feel the exact same way. Exact same way. It's a bigger bonk than Master, but it still has a 20 cooldown. Oh, okay. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, the staves are... I think staves are an underutilized weapon type in the game. I don't think enough people play with them. You instantly get Negative 20 mana cost. I mean, I think the lightning one gives you negative 15, but still, my point's being made, you know? You get a massive amount of mana cost for doing very little, just equipping a weapon. I don't need to drop that, forgot. I was dropping it earlier because I was heavy. You're done. See you later, buddy. 20 mana cost? Ah, yeah. I love the Shaolin attacks with probe. See, that's my thing, man. That's my thing. I think I like probe with longer weapons. I think I do. It feels like it's built for longer weapons. That's why it's very hard to use with this, because I can kind of show you. It's hard to do, but see that? After I can't use probe. I could have with a longer weapon because I'm too far away after getting hit. I just can't quite use it. It's a lot easier to use with halberds and specifically spears, I noticed. Spears are actually insane for probe. Like Old Legion. Or like Whirlig. Czar Spear even. That might make Czar Spear really good. States could be more cool in the base game if they acted as a different weapon type. Yeah, they're still considered pole arms. That's true. That is very true. Yeah, I think it's interesting because this build in particular feels way better to me if I use potions to get alertness before I enter combat rather than trying to get it in combat, which is the opposite of how I would think you'd use it, but it definitely works better. It's just interesting. I haven't done anything like that before. Do they see me? Yeah, I was gonna say, they see me. Why are they not running? Yeah, I think a lot of the damage that I take is because of the animation. Maybe it's better to stagger an enemy first and then activate it. That way they can't hit you. Maybe I should do that more often. Let's activate Enrage. I would have made them have a similar animation to Knuckles because in D&D there are double weapons. Oh, for like a monk playstyle? Yeah, I got you. So you guys make fun of me for keeping my lantern on? And it's honestly a true thing. I need to keep it off for these sneak attacks. There we go. Turn it on now. It's hard to tell actually when it's on and off with the coil. There we are. So yeah, I think once we get to Caldera, we'll have a really easy time. I think that the fast attacks will offset the giant monsters over there. Hey, Sheena, I asked you yesterday, what third skill tree should I pair with Hex Chakram? Oh yeah, it was Primal Ritualist. Yeah, Benji's right about that. Primal Ritualist, so you could activate the totems with the... Dang it, he saw me. With the Chakram. Oh, my word. Yeah, impact helps too. That's true. Gotcha, boys. You're out of here. Let's activate our boons again. Oh, I already had that one. No. Yeah, you bet, Joey. Where's the giant at? I'd like to fight him if I can. Ooh, this could be perfect, dude. This could be perfect. Awesome. Didn't work exactly how I wanted it to. I wanted to hit all 4 of them. What? Why'd you just hit me? Literally getting attacked by a dinosaur. Hit that guy. This dinosaur does not care. Oh my word, I hate shield, guys. The shield mentality. I will shield and only shield. Well, that didn't go well at all. I took a ton of damage. I think I hurt the giant, though. That should be him. That dude led with the attack, so he fell into it. I know, it did not work out. Really want to try Rune Mage, but I don't remember any of the combos. I actually write down the combos if I'm playing full Rune Mage, because it's a lot. Guys, look. My one fist is glowing and my other isn't. How's that even possible? You know you could do this? I didn't know you could do this. What the heck is going on with that? Huh. That's weird. Alright, well, I guess we have a half buff. And then I'll drink water. I just have to go to the LEL, right? Talk to her, and then I think we have to go do a weird... It's either we do the flower quest, or we go do the save the missionaries quest. No, it's still like that. It's funny. Does it make any sense? No. Not always about making sense, though. That's the truth. I got, like, no music today. Can I get the game to please play me some music? It's bumming me out, bro. Tend to sticky tape a page of rune combos and sigil interactions to the side of my monitor to remember. Yeah, man, especially the first time you play runes. It's, for me, I still do it. And I played runes a lot, because I forget... A lot of the rune combos are you use a combo and then you use it backwards. And so I'll forget which one even starts it. Or like you have... The Runic Lightning, I think, is green-red and then red-green, maybe? Something like that. Yeah, there's just there's slightly too many combos to remember every time. It's like, I gotta write this down. Goodbye. Well, that's 4 crypt nuts. That's a lot. I just take the miss. Fair enough. What's your favorite thing to do in this game? My favorite thing to do in the game at all? I have no idea. My initial gut reaction is to say fight a Wendigo. I feel like Wendigos are really fun to fight. Are you in the Outward Discord? Yes, sir. I don't interact much at all. I don't even barely interact in my own Discord. Which is embarrassing. But, yeah, I'm in there. I get the announcements and stuff. The arena bosses? Arena bosses are cool. I think I like fighting Wendigos the most, though. They're a very fun enemy to fight. They have a good moveset. And, are weak to fire. So it's fun.
You! Wait a moment.
The Cardinal wants to see me. I wonder why. I wonder what he has to say. It's about Purifier, probably. Same, they're fun. Yeah, they just have a really good moveset. I think the spin, you know, the spin shakes up their combos just enough to keep you on your toes. I like the Immaculate fights. Immaculates are one of the best enemy types, easily. easily. Except for the ones in the Antique Plateau. They slightly ruined them. It's not all of them. The mace ones are perfect. It's the ones with the halberds and the Antique Plateau dungeons. For some reason, they made them input dodge. Or, like, I don't even know if this game has... I assume it has input reading. They input read, like, every one of your attacks and just dodge backwards. It's very annoying. Usually I fix it with, like, Predator Leap or something.
This.
But it's very hard to
troubling.
fight if you don't have any AoEs. Because they just, alright, I'm the dodge 5 times in a row. It's like, alright, bro, calm down.
Well done.
I think this is the... Purifier, yeah. And he gives us 3 of these, which are provide protection from hot and freezing environments. Cool. There's input reading on your attacks that cause a certain % chance to dodge on the enemy. Yeah, I don't even think it's necessarily a bad move. I just know it's one of the ones that annoys me every time I see it. I'm like, here we go again. He dodges 5 times. Now I need to talk to Olio.
Well met. Now we're talking.
And then I think we talk to
I don't
Alat
have a
after
lot.
this.
Yes. I think we should. I think we have enough to question him about.
Especially when it's in a row. Right, yeah, when you're fighting him and they dodge once, you're like, oh, this is a very, you know... This is a pretty good enemy. He actually... like, knows when I'm attacking him and tries to react. And then he dodges 6 more times and you go, oh, I hate this guy. It's really cool that most of the mod creators are in the official Discord and it's embraced by the devs. Yeah, I don't know why you'd be anti-mod if you were a game dev. I have no idea. To me, it's like people love your game so much that they want to add their own ideas. How could you possibly hate that? That's incredible. That means you won. You have a success on your hands. How's the build going? Really good.
I sense great urgency in your hearts.
It's the Power Ranger.
Alat,
I knew I refuse. We should
I
require your aid.
The priests are gathering in the Lotus.
I'll find them, Alat. I'll set them straight again.
Alright, I legitimately need chat's help. I don't know the responses for this. I think it's 222, but I could be wrong. 222 is either the correct response or the incorrect response to get the sword. Now that I said it, I think it might be the sword. I do not want the sword. I want the stat. Still struggling with multiple enemy encounters? Yeah, a little bit. It's gotten better, but a little bit. I'm gonna put these away, though. Mod communities equals 5+ extra years of game life, and that's a small estimate. Yeah, at least that. At least that. Yeah, I might have to look it up too, Benji. I do not remember, dude. Already finishing the quest? We're getting there. We are closer to the end. I think we have one quest after this, and then we're done. So put this away so it's not weighing me down. And then I need to cook up the meat. The Chuck Norris build, yep. I think 222 was the fail. Had to do both. It was easy if you're ready. I think pass is 1, 3, and 3. Okay, yeah, I think 222 is the sword. I'm pretty sure about that. Pretty sure about that. Alright, what is the other thing I needed from here? Nothing? Crimp Nut. I wanted to check on stamina potions. How many of them do I have? I have 5 in my inventory. I think I have 3 Crimp Nuts, so go grab the 2 at top and we can make big pots. Favorite house? Either the Levant house or the Harmattan. If I had to pick, I'd probably say Harmattan. I like the way it's structured. Oh, I guess I have to enter from the front. It's 122. Everybody saying it's 122? Okay, thank you. I will check myself as well, because I'd like to try it, but I believe you probably are onto it. 122. It's somewhat common sense. Like, you can think your way through it, but not always. What's up, Asia? Alright, now we gotta go to the Lotus Flower, find the rebel priests hiding in a giant lotus. Just be nice, pretty much. Right, you want to make sure you're not aggressive. Basically, in any of the conversations. Most conversations, the idea is just don't be too aggressive. Then you can kind of skate by most of the time. There's a couple, like this one in particular, where you could easily click the wrong thing. Because they have multiple dialogue options that seem similar. But yeah, for the most part, just be nice. I'm probably buff as well. Rebel Priests, 122. Good outcome. Gotcha. Yazan is an easy convince. I think Yazan and Roland. Roland's the easiest one because all of his dialogue options are 50-50. You just choose the nice one and don't choose the rude one. Every single time. If you want the Radiant Sword, you go 3-3-3. Okay. Should have gone cold. Dinos worked it cold, that would have been better. Not too big of a deal, I guess. How many do I have? I have 4 boons active. Alright, buddy. Let's hit him with the old brace. Goodbye. See you later, bro. Problem with Roland is that if you try to be helpful to him and not slummy, then you lose. On a couple, yeah, there's a couple of them, that's true. Do you have an opinion on Vital Crash? I haven't tested it enough to really say that it sucks or it's really good. I've heard it's really good. I never liked it much, but I didn't use it optimally. You have to get the status resist from Primal. Otherwise, it auto-inflicts you with that, which is annoying. I've heard it's really good, though. I like the animation. That one's really, really powerful. Just like slamming the enemy like a football player.
Another one. Are you gathering an army to put us down before we spread this heresy any further? Then start talking.
The world needs to know about Alat and his connection to the Scourge. We think he may have caused it himself. Why else would they originate from the same place he was traveling? So options 1, 2, and 3. Chat says it's 1. The Scourge spell was designed by Alat's enemies specifically to kill only him. By refusing to die, he became living thought and the Scourge burst from him, which is accurate. That is true. The Scourge is a plague. He's just in the wrong place. The Cabal of Wind saw Alat as a threat, try to kill him. Let's go with 1. 1 is correct. That is accurate.
You believe the tribes would go that far? Actually,
okay, he agrees, so that's correct.
They might. Then why? Why would he protect himself at
2
the expense
and 2.
of everyone else?
If you were attacked with a spell designed to kill you, wouldn't you fight back? That one's incorrect, I know that much. Remember, Alat was human, he still thinks a lot like one. Humans make mistakes. So that one is the best one, because that relies on their human instinct. Number 3, I'm pretty sure, is completely incorrect. I think they blame Alat if you pick option 3.
Weak or strong, in our most desperate moments, instinct
Even gods can make
us.
mistakes. So yeah, that is correct as well.
And what about the vigils?
You said this one is also 2. The only connection that remains is their desire to kill him. Forcing them to flee by using the vigils is the only thing he can do. Yeah, see, these are really tricky because they don't really give you any clear answer. He may be a god, but his powers are not unlimited. The vigils are a temporary fix until he finds a permanent way to end this. Yeah, that one's definitely correct. And 3 is very, very wrong.
His powers are limited? I'm willing to rethink my stance.
Nailed it.
Excellent. I'm going to... Much obliged.
There we go. Now we get to keep Oliel. What is that? That should be weather defense. Increase your cold and hot weather defense by 8. Which is a really large amount. I think I'm at 34. 34, no water buff. That's with cool boon, though. Still, it's pretty high. Why they have a chest behind them, I don't know. Oh, silver boots, though? That's a good one to get. Just talk about how he's imperfect and it's always right. Oh, that's a good way to look at it, I guess. Once you read the lore of the game, they become more natural. Yeah, most dialogue options are a little bit easier once you know the lore. Vital Crash equals Physical Gauntlet. Prismatic Flurry usually Element. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Can run Prismatic Flurry on Physical Gauntlets too, but you don't get as much out of it. Yeah, I want to see how Crash does for us, because I'm going to be doing lightning damage, so we'll see if that, you know, makes it any good. I'm not sure. And I think we go talk to Alat, and he gives us 2 protection. That's what it should be, at least. Alright, did I have bandits up here? I think I did. I need to prepare for that. They are going to be weak to lightning. Not cold. Do you have videos on the lore? I made a couple lore videos, but nothing major. Most of the lore are like... Not really lore. Most of the story is told in the story, the factions. And I did those when I did the hardcore runs. All of my... The 4 that I made thus far, they all have... They cover the story. Yeah, this is kind of sucks. Yeah, I knew he'd dodge. Enemies don't seem to anticipate this weird attack, though. What's up, Lycan? How's it going? Vital Crash on my Togi Bakuset should be insane since I'm going to have 220 HP. Yeah, the more HP, dude, it just starts to become a nuke. An absolute nuke of an attack. How's your day? Pretty good, Lycan. Pretty good. Not too shabby. Look at the laser beam. Oh. Imagine if Alat had settled somewhere else. Imagine if Alat was in Chersonese. You got to start at the Holy Mission. That'd be crazy. Alright, Cardinal, give me my upgrade, please.
Well done. You have done a Crom now on.
Welcome. I see no
I'm a
reason
champion.
for you to waste your time as a Templar. When the rank of your grasp of the 3 pillars is strong. Go forth, champion.
Oh yeah, they give you the candle plate early. That's cool. Candle plate. Dude. Oh, man. This is a beast of an armor set. Look at that. What a beast of an armor set. 3 protection, 28 resistance, 30 in lightning and fire. Impact resist is 23. I mean, its hot weather is terrible, but that's it. Yeah, the boots are amazing too. Look at that. And it has peak fashion, too. You look like a paladin. And I love the paladin look. It's a very, very interesting and unique take on a paladin, I think. Obviously, the white and gold isn't unique, but the idea of, like, the candles is really cool. I need to check the passive that he gave me, too. He gave me increase your physical protection by 2, which is just helpful, you know? But yeah, look at actually this fashion right here. Let me take off the hat, maybe. Check it out, dude. The backpack looks so good with this armor. Why, though? It fits perfectly. Dude, the backpack looks amazing. These gauntlets do, too. Cool. Very neat. Always feels good in games when someone approaches you with a weapon like a sword or a spear and you just pummel them with the might of your naked fist. Yeah. What's up, Ambiguous? Candleplate should have had more interesting enchants. Yes, you're right, though. You're absolutely right. I liked the Spirit of Monsoon, but that's it. I think that goes on... Does that go on Candleplate? I think it does. I'm not 100% though. If Lat was in Cierzo, he would be a god slave to his unlimited blood debt. He'd be the bad guy. They did a candle thing with the Holy Bulwark set from Lords of the Fallen. You ever played that? Yes, I have. My most recent playthrough that I actually recorded and probably will make a video on is a... I used the crossbow. Full crossbow build. I did a co-op playthrough with my brother, and we played through. And we're gonna try and 100% the game's endings. We're not doing achievements, because the achievements are bad in that game. But we were trying to just beat all the endings, and we're gonna do it through NG+. We haven't done the other two, but I was gonna make a video on the, like, just the first run before we do the other one. It was really fun. We gotta sleep 3 days, I believe. I don't remember that armor set in particular, but yeah, I like that game. The crossbow build is really fun. Because you get explosive bolts. Candleplate does not get Spirit of Monsoon. Oh, that's way worse then. Does it only have the basic 4? Because that sucks if it does. That sucks. Does anyone know if heavy armor Knuckles works well? Yes, it works really well. As you've as I've said a couple of times, it's hard to not take damage with Knuckles. That lets you face tank stuff a lot easier. Does get a Lat's Sanctity. For some reason, I don't remember really liking a Lat's Sanctity that much. Am I wrong? Did you make an outward 100% achievements? No, I have not. I plan to, hopefully, by the end of the year. I'm going to likely post the hardcore run and then the ghost run. Which, again, take quite a while to make. But once those are posted, I will probably sit down and do the 100%. Which will be quite the endeavor. Because there's a lot of stuff you got to get done. But basically what you do is you take one character, beat the entire game, and then you take 3 other characters and just do the faction quest. Has there been a build that you've done and that you were like, nope, this ain't the one? I want to say yes, but I don't remember what build it was. I feel like the answer is absolutely yes, but I just don't remember. It's a very low lightning damage bonus. Ah. Yeah, that's kind of lame. It should have something cool.
We have urgent business to discuss. Soeran, there was a group.
Please find the spies and the warriors. Yes, this is the part we have to wander around the swamp. But I know where it is. But I thought about doing a Holy Bulwark build in Outward because you get the bash move, two-handed hammer. Yeah, you could absolutely make a Holy Paladin, and you would trash stuff for sure. Tried to build with Speedster, Zagoset, and Czar Knuckles, and it was okay, but that was before DE. Probably wouldn't be that much better after DE, although Wind and Views would make it a little bit better if you didn't take it last time. What am I doing here? I wanted to talk to somebody. Who am I talking to? Ask around. Oh, I gotta talk to everybody.
Watch yourself. I'm too old for this.
Poor Mofat. He's just too old for this, man. Have you, in fact, punched a thing or two? I have, in fact, punched a lot of things. The vampire one? Yeah, probably the vampire one. The thing is, I didn't really not like that build. It wasn't the best build I ever made. You think it's okay to take 1 point of mana with Knuckles? That's what I took.
Greetings, friend.
Hey there. Need something? This worries me.
I saw Damien, Lockwell's bodyguard, cleaning swamp stains off his armor. Now I have to go question the guard. He's been up to some evil things. It's a problem. What's up, David? How's it going, bro? Alright, let's go see what the guard knows. I already know what he knows. But let's see what it is.
Is there something...
I'm Floyd, a champion of Alat.
Listen to me. Nice
Just threaten him. Threaten him a little bit. It's okay. Actually, you know what? I want to talk about a big miss. From me personally, I think the Palladium armor set is a swing and a miss. For how cool it looks amazing. Probably one of the best unique designs in the game for armor sets. I have never equipped it a single time because it is not worth it. Silver is blatantly better if you ask me. Now, don't get me wrong, silver looks really cool too, but Palladium looks awesome, and I don't understand when you should use it because I just feel like silver is always better. Actually, I wonder if the blacksmith has the Palladium set. You might have to craft it, is the thing.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, it is the only craftable armor
want to buy something?
Palladium set that I have never made. I think it has very high decay resist, so you get up to almost max when wearing it. But that's about it. Yeah, silver got the nice barrier boost with DE. I feel like, again, probably an enchantment could have fixed the Palladium set. I think that's the set that gets the other Spirit of Monsoon is Palladium. Or maybe it's only silver. It's hard to know. But yeah, I'm kind of bummed that they didn't give it something unique. Wish you could put the Spirit of Cierzo on blue sand. Yeah, that's true. That would have been pretty cool too. There's a lot of dinosaurs right here. I do not want to fight them. But I will anyway. Just kind of have to hit them and hope for the best. The Stegosaurs are too fast. You're not getting out of there without taking damage. I used it before. It's like a tankier silver armor, but without any of the good enchantments or high stats. Yeah, man. I mean, it's so cool looking, though. It's really sad. Is Elite Plate with Adrenaline worth it or not really? I've heard it's pretty good. Elite Plate has very high physical defense. Like, you become a pretty good tank when using that stuff. I don't remember exactly what Adrenaline does. I remember it being pretty decent, though. Oh, I thought he was gonna back up. Dang it. I could have sworn he was about to back up. Adrenaline gives the 10% cooldown reduction. I mean, it can be good. I would, if you're gonna go elite plate, I'd put War Master on it. War Master is good, bro. I don't think it gets it. I think War Master is only unique that goes on elite plate. Adrenaline is for all the wolf stuff. Yeah. Yeah, War Master's pretty good. Most of the enchants that are unique and only go on one thing, or one or two, are usually some of the better enchants. At least in my experience. The trap that I fall into is I fall into the trap of using the same enchants all the time. Like, I would bet that the most used item in the entire game for me is the silver chestplate. I almost guarantee you. Because think about it. If you want to make a plague build, what do you use? You use the silver chestplate because it has the highest decay resist for physical armor. If you want to use a shriek build, whether you're using plague or not, you have to use silver. Silver's the best. Unless you go for damage, I guess you could use Harmattan. Any lightning build, silver chestplate's the best option. Every single lightning build. Now for mages, technically, like white arcane is sometimes better. I think a Rustlich helmet has the best buff. But that's a helmet, so it's besides the point. But yeah, I don't know. It's just such a buddy, don't do that. Such a really good chestplate. I have to be careful because I'm slowed. Oh my word, I hate mages. I think he's dodged that every time I've done it. I am 90% sure he has dodged it every time. Alright, your turn. What do you want? You want the old 1-2? Goodbye. Throw that at you. Didn't seem to like that very much, did you? Like ethereal builds, though? I like ethereal builds a lot, too. I'm just saying, I feel like what I use the most is probably silver, because I've made a lot of lightning builds. Lightning builds are fun. Yeah, slowdown might be one of the worst things to get in your character, bro. It's so bad. Yeah, Spirit of Berg is probably... I don't know, it's got to be one of the better enchants. That is a crazy enchant. Negative stamina cost and 25 ethereal. Bro, who designed that? Because it's nuts. It's the Goku build. Key blasts and punches. Actually, you're right about that. What are your thoughts on the Cryptea set? It sucks, like everything in Caldera. Armor-wise. Caldera has really good weapons, but all the armor is trash, dude. Except for Mana Wall. Mana Wall is really, really good. That's the only one. Even Chao Sedani, which is good, isn't, like, amazing. It's just good. Okay, there's the other bandit. I thought it might have been a Blade Dancer for some reason. It just outspaces them. This outspaces all the bandits. And I know it looks really basic and not that interesting, but it's the best attack for them. You just one punch, one punch, one punch. Okay, so this is locked, yes? Yeah. Yeah, Cryptea has one of the best looks in the game and is absolute trash. Speak with the Cardinal. You know what the worst part is? Is Cryptea doesn't just have one of the coolest looks. It has lore, bro. The Cryptea are the coolest faction in the entire game. They have blood magic. They're secretive. They assassinate the Red Lady's Minions. They're literally probably the most important faction in the entire game because they protect the world from an evil lich most people don't even think is real. And then you get their armor set and you just want to cry because it's that bad. Why does this room exist? I have never been able to figure this out. It's locked and there's nothing in there. I feel like it's unfinished. Like there was supposed to be something they were going to put here. And they just forgot about it. No idea why they made it so weak. I don't know, dude. I will never know. Where does virgin armor rank in the game? It's not bad. It's not on the bottom side, but it's in the middle. It's never the best option, but it's usually a decent one. The negative stats on it are very low, so once you have the blacksmith perk, or the merc tier 1 perk, it's really not that big of a deal. So you're not using that much stamina. They have okay defensiveness and physical, and you can create any build out of them in theory. I personally would just go economy is the thing, though. They're decent. It's just hard to use when you got a lot of really good options in the game. The Shelter enchant for Zar gives a total of 4 barrier for the entire set. Yeah, you get a ton of defense that way. It already has really good physical, so you just become immune to everything at that point. Said, so Sheen, when are you going to do a Salt and Sanctuary run where you fight each boss with a different weapon, all in the same weapon type? All in the same weapon type? Probably have to do it with greatswords, right? They have the most options. Maybe swords. I don't know, Win. This sounds like a fun idea, though, for sure. Aren't Cryptea boots okay for lightning damage? Yeah, but I mean... the other stats aren't that great. You could probably use them for lightning damage, I guess. The problem with that set is a problem they've run into a lot in the game. In that, if you look at all the base armor sets, stuff like Wide Hat, right? What is this item at its core? This is a mage item, right? Negative 20 mana cost is huge. So that is, it makes it a mage item. You use this on mages, but at the same time, you get movement speed, you get damage bonuses, you get at least some hot weather defense. This makes it a very well-rounded item because it has multiple benefits. Same with silver. Silver isn't good because it has high decay resist. Silver is good because it has high decay, high physical, protection, barrier, lightning damage potentially. Like, all this stuff culminates to make an armor set good. You go to the Caldera armor set, specifically Cryptea, it has one thing. And that's it. It's another problem they have with the Noble set. The Noble set's probably one of the better ones in Caldera. It looks really cool. And it has higher defenses, resistances, but then you look at all the other stats outside of resistances, and it offers you very little. I think it's a decent amount of mana cost, but then like a no physical. I don't know, it's tough. A lot of the base game stuff is just way better, well-rounded than the DLC stuff. Even Sorobor is slightly less. Because they started to go into the min-max mindset. Because GM even said that. He designed a lot of the DLC weapons around min-maxing. Like, you're hurting yourself in this way, but you're becoming OP in a different way. Like, lower your fire resist, but have high cold damage. And that's what he wanted out of the DLC. And I think it worked for the weapons. I think it made the weapons feel really unique, and it made them the most powerful option for certain types of builds. But then it just flopped for the armor. I think they needed to either commit more to the armor, or commit less and spreads out some more stats. But that's just my take on it. Squire headband and caged boots are slept on. I'd believe that. I don't use them a lot. Cage stuff is pretty decent. It really is. Yeah, that's my take, though. I think they did a pretty good job with the weapons. Even though I don't really like playing a min-max playstyle all the time, I think it definitely incentivizes me to at least try. And I usually like it.
This is troubling.
Okay, is this it for this?
Journey
Go to
Berg in walk in peace.
Okay, so we have to go to give a tribal favor. Hey, we have the tribal favor, guys. We needed one. We needed one. All right. I still have it. I still have it. All right, let's refill on that water, and then I guess just dip out of here. I think I need rations. Maybe I'll sleep because it is nighttime. Don't like traveling at nighttime, bro. Don't like it. Yeah, I think noble armor sets probably...
Is there something you need?
Probably one of the ones I like the most in terms of looks. I think the steampunk vibe is really interesting. Has a top hat and then like tubes on it. It's very cool. Very, very cool. It makes me wonder if they use that to help survive the heat. Like, I wonder if that armor set or like the mask is air conditioned or something. Or maybe it's like a filter for the soot in Caldera. Oh yes, rations, which I don't think I have any in here. I need to buy some. Drop the bag, thank you. And sleep. Is it worth it to save the Trog to get Tourmaline? Depends on how far you are in the game. I would say if you're having fun, yes. The only reason I don't do Foliota that often is in the hardcore runs, it is a risk. It is a major risk. You are going out of your way to fight Kazite enemies that can be very dangerous in the caves that they're placed in, because they're kind of tricky to... Because the one, like, bows you from upstairs. It's just kind of tough. And the reward is the Tourmaline, which you could potentially farm somewhere else. Now, if I'm just playing the game and I'm trying to complete a bunch of quests and stuff, yeah, I usually do it just because it's not that hard to do, really.
Greetings, friend.
I will sell you some eggs. And probably that's about it. Should I do it? Should I sell that? Now sell 2 mana potions. Always save the Trog, Lily says. Did it make it topical? I like that they don't just make a typical fantasy stand-in for real-world god. I do as well. Because the whole shtick is that he's a god, while also not a god. He's a human god. In this universe, right? He has the equivalent of godlike powers, but he isn't actually a god per se. He's originally a human, you know? And that drives his whole plot, like he makes human mistakes and things like that. Oh, not enough mana. I was close, though. Who's gonna fix the god sins of the pylons? Very true. I wonder if we end up doing that in Hour 2. Finally getting rid of the pylons. I think it would have been cool if at the end of this game, you could have, like, walked up to them and been teleported inside and got to fight a giant Scourge. And then you cured the area of all Scourge. Obviously, that's not what they went for. It's a cool idea, though. Oh, he saw me. I wonder how. I had my lantern on and I was a giant light bulb beast. See you later, buddy. Can you imagine how lucky the people of Aurai got that Ulat was actually a decent guy? Yeah, imagine if he sucked. He just wants to rule the world? That would be horrible. He could probably do it with that power. He said absolute violation, yeah. That guy did not stand a chance, that's all I'm trying to say. That guy was, he was done for. You know, that might be the only confusing quest step in the entire game. So most of the faction... Actually, no, that's not true. Actually, now that I think about it... I know I just said actually 3 times, so there's a 4th. Now that I'm thinking about it, there's quite a few quests in this game that are... They have very weird pathing until you know how to do them. Blood Under the Sun is probably the best example. So the goal of Blood Under the Sun is you're supposed to start at Berg in the inn. You get the quest. It tells you to go to the desert. Once you go to the desert, it tells you to leave the desert and go back to Enmerker. Then it tells you to leave Enmerker and go back to the desert. Why? Why don't they just have you go to the tree first and then go to the desert? Which is usually what I do anyway, because it works out of order. It's very odd that they want you to go to the desert first though, quest-wise. Like, for the story. Very odd. Said maybe he wouldn't have gotten so exploded had he been more of a jerk. Yeah, it's his fault. He should have been a bad guy. They really want you to run out timers or something? I think, yeah, maybe it's to make the timers more important. Because I guess for me, timers don't really matter much usually. I know when quests need to be done, so I usually just have them done by then. Outward's a lot harder if you go off on side adventures a lot. You can mess up quests way easier that way. If you're kind of gunning down all the quests, they're harder to mess up. Let's do fire and then cold. Nailed it. Gotcha. I've always had a hard time with Blood Under the Sun. It's one of the harder quests to do. It's kind of frustrating. I feel like Purifier is really easy because you find it in the swamp, you complete it in the swamp, and you turn it in Berg. It's like, that's not that hard. They got that Miyazaki juice. That's funny. That cracked me up. I also wish certain pieces of legendary gear like the Whirling Spear or Sunfall had legendary versions of skills. Yes, and you know who played around with this idea? Raboina. He made a mod. He's one of the modders for Outward. He has a mod called the Weapon Balance Patch mod. Okay? And what this mod does is it takes a bunch of weapons and it changes them in slight ways. Right? But also, he added an NPC in Caldera. And where the NPC is at is actually the lava cave, where the Scarlet Emissary is. There's no reason to ever go there. Well, now there is. And if you get any of the unique weapons in Caldera, so like Tokibakasit, Duty, Scepter's Cruel Priest, all those, they each have a unique skill that go with the weapon. I agree with you, though. I think Sunfall and the other legendaries, that would have been cool if they'd like played around with that idea. You find a kind of an NPC in a random dungeon that you usually wouldn't go to, like maybe the Stegosaur Cave or something, or, you know, something like that. And they could, like, unlock its true power or something, right? That's a neat idea. Catch you later, Astero. Are the parallel quests necessary for Zarstone? No, they're not. They're their own thing. They are their own thing. I'm gonna do boons so I can hit this guy. Hopefully my buff lasted long enough. Barely. I'm sneaking towards you. Well, that worked out perfectly, didn't it? The most powerful deer ever known to man. He dodged. Did we kill the Plague Doctor? We have not fought the Plague Doctor yet. I'll probably fight the Plague Doctor when I go back to Monsoon. After the faction quest. For Star Child having like a Star Cloak ability? Ooh, very cool. That's a very cool idea. Kind of like the Souls games where they have like Ashes of War. You could add a unique skill that only a certain weapon could use if you unlock this power. So, Sky Crown. So you go do the cave where Sky Crown is. You kill the Wendigo, get Sky Crown. But there's an NPC somewhere else in the world. They could have done it with DLCs, and then that it would give you a reason to take that weapon into the DLC and then upgrade it, kind of. Am I supposed to go to Risa? Yes. Hello, Risa.
Ancestors' guide. I wish I could promise we would be there. I wish I could. I really do. Ancestors guide you. I wish I could promise we would be there.
Here it is. I'm invoking a tribal favor. You know the irony of this situation? The person who gave me the tribal favor was Risa. When I saved her.
I cannot argue with that. Very well. Well then.
Oh shoot, I think I need Horror Chitin, don't I?
Something wrong? Demands. Ah, wonderful. I can't do the impossible.
Alright, we gotta go get a Horror Chitin. Let's fight what's-his-face first. Sigurd Battleboard. Even if you had to trade the weapon itself for a unique skill, you could go to use that with any other weapon. That's also not a horrible idea either. Because, like, say you didn't want to use Star Child, you could turn it in for its ability, and then it'd be even cooler. Huh, that's a neat idea. Let's go Horror Fists, just because he's going to be super weak to him. And let's check our buffs. They are going to run out pretty soon. Sigurd! I'm coming for you, buddy. Let's go with that. And then water. Even give you a chance to put more lore into the game? Yeah, that's a really good idea.
What now? Well, that's too bad for him. Do you know what you're starting? You've just made a terrible mistake!
You seem to be in a bit of trouble, my friend.
Ah, it's not fair when
it seems I have
top of your own.
Come out on top. I wonder how I did it. Was it by chance overpowering this man with the great horror fists that are slightly too good? Maybe. Seeing the Lightmender show some humanity as he remembers his lover would highlight his character so much. Yes, indeed. This is Benji's comment. This is a good one. You just made a terrible mistake. No, I don't think I did. No, I don't think I did, Sigurd. I think I made the right mistake. I think it wasn't even a mistake. I think the horror fists are really good, but they look weird, man. Walking around, they look like you have crab hands. I'm not really down for it. Crab hands. Sigurd teasing us with the dual wielding, though? Yeah, how dare he? Man should have listened when you asked nicely. That's what I would have done, but nobody listens to me. It's brace, man. I think that might be... The interesting thing is I played a lot of games that have parry systems. A lot of games. It's very common nowadays to put parry systems in games. It got popular after, like, Hollow Knight and Sekiro did it, and now, like, everything does it. And it's weird because I don't hate parrying in any games. I'm not particularly that good at it. I'm, like, okay-ish sometimes, once I've played the game for a long time. And even then, not all the time. But I don't even usually like parrying that much. Outward, I love parrying, because it's not even necessarily really a parry. Like, it is, but it's more so using a skill at the correct time. You're not actually just, like, blocking at the right time. You know what I mean? It's a separate mechanic. It feels... I also think it's because the windows are longer. You don't actually have to parry the attack. You just have to be in the parry stance at the right time, which is usually like a 3... it's probably too big, like a 2-second window. Brace has a pretty big window. It's a pretty big window, you know? And I really like that about it. It is a little bit easier. You could say that I don't really like the difficulty of parrying, but... I enjoy how it was done in Outward. Brace is ultra forget. Yeah, Brace is like the worst. If you're trying to talk about like how friendly it is to the player, it is really, really friendly. The harder ones are probably Serpent's Parry. Serpent Parries is quite difficult to land correctly. You also have Counter Strike is a little... Counter Strike isn't bad. It's just a little bit harder. They are not doing the heal. They are only doing the attack. I've never seen them act like this. They're not doing anything but attacking. That's crazy. I have never seen them like that. Well, usually what happens is you get them to half health and then they spam heal. While maybe one of them attacks here and there. This dude's like, I'm gonna AoE the whole ground. Still can't do much, bro. I'm like highly resistant to decay. Compensates for the fact that enemies sometimes just absolutely whiff. They do. Well, see, that's the downside of the parry in this game. Most games that have a parry, you need to use it at the right time. And that's the only downside, right? In Outward, you need to use it at the right time. And if you fail, you don't get to do it again. Because you have skill cooldown, right? So usually if you miss a parry, you're screwed. You never get to use that again in that fight. Let's go back to these. Am I using? I am using those. Do I not have a lightning? Oh, I don't have the mana. Yeah, what's the cooldown on? Yeah, 200 cooldown. You're not using that in a fight more than probably twice in a really long fight. Brace also seems to have a wider hitbox. Yeah, it does seem to have a pretty big hitbox. Like, watch, you could hit from pretty... It doesn't have to really even hit you very well. As long as the enemy connects near you, it does seem to give you the benefit of the doubt. Sweep the leg! Oh, come on. I didn't have enough impact. I was so close, but I didn't have quite enough. You guys talking about how great Brace is? Meanwhile, I'm just thinking about how much you're styling on every enemy with your amazing wizard hat. Yeah, this hat is awesome, isn't it? Looks so good. Pommel Strike feels good in terms of window parry. Yes, I agree. That one feels really good. Mana Ward is the best parry. You're right. Oh, look. I haven't done this dungeon. Okay, I guess we're doing the whole dungeon. Let's do it the right way. By the right way, I mean let's beat the crap out of everything in this dungeon. Usually when they back up... Oh, don't fight him on the ramp. Don't fight him on the ramp. Oh yeah, you usually get stuck on the ramp if you don't move him out a little bit. There you go. Alright, buddy. Oh, no way they didn't stagger. I will pick that up later. I don't even think I have room for it. Are specialists and weapon master skill trees available without using breakthrough points? Yes, they have no breakthrough points inside them. The right way? You mean the fun way? Yeah, the fun way. The right way is to cheese it, 100%. Can I bait him down? I'm not going to be able to bait him because I have the stealth. The stealth is going to break it. Where's this dude at? There you are, buddy. Alright, I didn't like how that felt against the wall there. Let's move back a little bit. Now you're done. I guess I could fight him up there too. I don't need to bring him down. Hello, sir. Stealth. Oh, it didn't work. Why did it not use my skill? Sweep the leg. See what I'm saying about Knuckles, though? The weird thing about this playstyle that you have to get used to is that bigger enemies are easier. The smaller the enemy, the harder it is to hit them with your smaller attacks. Like, you don't have much reach. So if an enemy is really large, you can move around them quickly, easily get the hits in, and then back out. Humans are actually the hardest enemy in the game as a Knuckle build, I feel. They are way, way more difficult. They're fast, and they're nimble enough to just always get out of what you're trying to do. Alright, I would like 2 buffs. Maybe the other ones if I can get them. I doubt I can get them, though. One v one. I got it off. This is easily the weakest mini-boss in the entire game, but it's interesting the way they made him weak, because if he gets together with all of these other little dudes, he becomes one of the strongest in the game, because you just can't deal damage to him. They heal him. It's kind of funny to think about it like that. It's like, you're a joke, unless you're with your team, and then you're far less of a joke. How much room do I have? I have very little room. You gonna run Rust and Vengeance? Yeah, we'll do probably the whole game on this build. Sweep the leg! Yes, sir! Yeah, we're gonna try and do the whole game. That is the goal. Rust and Vengeance will kind of be difficult because of the Rustlich being, you know, a minion boss. That's what we struggle with. But I think the Giant Horror is going to be a piece of cake, and then MK is going to be as easy as he usually is. For me, anyway. He's hard, usually. It's just I fought him so many times. His moveset isn't complicated, it's just very specific. So if you don't know how to deal with it, it usually beats you. High damage, too. Unless you go hammers. Hammers don't actually deal that much damage, I don't think. How much damage do you guys think Predator Leap could do? I feel like if you tried to max that out... What's the highest hitting Tsar weapon? Is it the axe? It's either the axe or the hammer. I don't remember which. I'd be interested to know. That's it, I think. Mana regen. Potentially controversial but interesting idea. What if putting your breakthrough in one skill tree shut off another? Like taking Monk and you lose Savage Hunter. Take a Rune Sage, you lose Hex. It's somewhat redundant because you already only have 3 breakthrough points. So you're limited to 3 anyway, but I get what you're saying. You're saying limit it even further. I don't think I'd want that in the game. It would limit possibilities. I think as an idea, is it a bad idea? It's a cool idea. It would probably force you into more builds that you wouldn't normally play, maybe. Highest damage is indeed the Great Axe, everybody says. Okay. I don't know how you could do it, but if you could manage to get a cooldown build on the Great Axe with Executioner and Predator Leap, wow. Walk up to the enemy. Brace, Predator Leap, Execution. I don't know what survives that. A lot of mini-bosses would probably die. The problem is you have to start every single encounter by chugging potions, because otherwise you're not going to have your cooldown. It's tricky. It'd be fun, though. Spamming Predator Leap would be awesome. Pretty sure that's why you have to choose either skill in a given skill tree. That's the shut-off idea. Yes, I agree. The Speedster Great Axe? Yeah, dude. I don't think it's possible to get 100% cooldown with Great Axe. Not 100%. You could probably get up to maybe 80, though. So 40 and then 50 from the faction. How much do you get from armor? You get quite a bit. Yeah, you probably get up to 80. Either 70 or 80. That's enough, you know. 90%. Said you're going to take Exalted from Holy Mission and have over 100 status resist every time you're supposed to life drain. I've heard of people doing it. I've never tried it myself. I think it'd be cool if certain skill trees combined into other trees, like taking Monk and Speedster unlocked a new combo move. Oh, now we're really getting in depth.
Oi, hey there. Demands.
Oi, hey there.
I'll get to work on my...
Alright, now we need to go to Levant. The city of Levant. I do Brutal Great Axe and Wolf Armor for the Zakar flavor build. Ooh. Cool idea. I need a water. Then I need to sell this weapon.
How can I help you?
How many rations do I have? I got plenty. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I carried 2 chitin over. I'm like, why do I have more chitin? That don't make any sense. Why am I holding extra chitin? Let's sleep now, because once we get to the desert, we won't be able to sleep there. It's too hot. Mage tent. Full cooldown reduction build with Kazite that someone did years ago is crazy. Lunabird Gaming Nest was the channel. Was it the Tsar Chakram or what weapon was it? I don't remember. Actually, if you want to get real about it, probably the best cooldown build you could do would be the Greatsword. I believe spamming Moment of Truth, you would be overpowered. Moment of Truth does a ridiculous amount of damage. Found out you can get a brutal axe at the very beginning of the game if you sleep in front of the cave on the beach. Ambush Bandits always has a brutal axe for some reason. Huh. That's odd, because they usually don't even drop those. I'm gonna laugh if you get to the desert and your weather defenses are perfect. They might be. We have pretty high at this point. 36 with water. I might need the cool boon. That might be the only thing I need, though. Nice, I got all the boons. Let's go. Now we're about to hit like a truck. Who's about to cross my path? That's the question that I asked to you. Who is about to cross my path? They shall regret it. And weirdly enough, I think the boots went with this build quite well. 2 separate characters, both times they had one. Could just be really good RNG, though. Seems uncanny. That is odd. I don't remember seeing that. Zar Great Axe plus Amp, Discipline, Alchemical Experience, and Bronze. Ooh, the leap would deal 166 damage. For Predator Leap? Dang. That sounds pretty good, bro. What's up, Ryan? That's a lot of Predator damage, that's for sure. Kind of triggered me that you passed through the rain. However, I know that if you went and got your enchanting stuff, you'd never see the rain again. Yep. I also don't really want the rain. Oh, I guess you're saying to wear the Scholar helmet in between? Yeah, that could be a good idea. That enchant, man, is so good, but I never get it. Isn't it 0.2 mana regen? I literally never get it. I've tried before, and I had to go with the Unison one because I just could not get it to rain for me. So there's water. We're not over, but with Cool Boon, we are over. What's up, Cyber? How's the build? The build's going, bro. It's going good. We're cruising.
Greetings, friend. Curious. Remember this.
What can I do for you?
Nothing. All right, we need a key. Does Zagus give you the key? Zagus might give you the key if you let him out. Let's go check. I think this might be the only faction quest where you can find Cyrene in the weird spot. Maybe not, though. We could go look at least. Smooth is your favorite NPC? Smooth is a cool NPC, I'll give you that. Smooth is indeed a pretty great NPC. You know who isn't? The worst NPC? Cyrene. Cyrene sucks. She turns on her own king and queen. How dare she? And she kills Zephyrian. I mean, that's the last straw. After you kill Zephyrian, you're out. You're done. Rains very often in Hallowed Marsh around 1 to 2 p.m., I believe. Just sleep to midday and wait. Oh, maybe that's a pretty good strategy. I'll have to try that sometime. Ambiguous, that's funny. Very accurate as well. Am I the only one that hates Roland? Yeah, I don't hate Roland. I like Roland, actually. You're alone in that one. Cyrene can sometimes be seen up on that cliff. But I can't remember which quest it is. Thought it was this one. Maybe not, though.
Stay safe.
We want fire damage. And I think we have all the other boons. Yeah. Smooth and Luke the Pearlscent know the law about fashion. I like the criteria. You're done. That's why I like Discharge so much. You can use it as a beginner to a combo, and it is amazing. It really doesn't make any sense for this to be a prison, and then the hive spawn in here. Because Zagus is just chilling over there, while the hive are just, like, walking around. That makes no sense. No, not the bees. You suck. Run from the bees. Run from the bees. Yeah, that makes no sense. How is Zagus alive, bro? He should be dead.
Listen close.
I can offer you something interesting in exchange for my freedom. A key that opens a secret entrance to the Palace of Levant.
May it find us and restore it. You have my thanks.
There you go. Zagus goes free. He's a free man. Zagus fought for his people and thought he was in the right. Zagus is not a bad guy. Contrary to what you may think, he is not a bad guy. He's on the wrong side of our story, but he is not evil. Feel like he should have taken another point in mana for this build? I'm waiting for Peacemakers before I decide, yeah. We're gonna take Peacemakers, and then if we still don't have enough, we'll take more. We get an extra 20, so... His boots are a crime, though. You know, I probably single-handedly, I feel bad about this, introduced the hate for the Zagus boots. And I didn't even mean to, but, like, at the same time, it's kind of fair. It's pretty fair. I don't know whose idea that was. I mean, if you just look at it, you think, oh, it's to balance it out. But at the same time, you just want to throw up because it's disgusting. Extra cooldown? Whose idea was that? He has boots now? Yeah, in Definitive Edition, Zagus has boots. They added it after DE came out as like a secret special buff. Guys, we added a cool new item to the game. It's terrible. And it made the armor set worse. Aren't you excited? I'm being mean, but in all fairness, you know. They add 10 cooldown to your build. Isn't that amazing? Don't you just really want them now? No point in Zagus when Slayer boots exist? Indeed, I agree. It's very interesting that that's what they decided to nerf, though, because, like, Do they not know how strong elemental damage is? You know? Like, elemental damage is way stronger than this. What's up, Joshua? It's going... Machina. How's it going, guys? Welcome to the stream. Bryce! I braced. He didn't. I called it out. I did call it out. Did I not? Did I not call it out, chat? I did. He knew what he was getting into. It's like an anime. Before you do anything, you have to call it out. Special beam cannon! I hope you didn't see that coming, as I said it. I don't know how he dodged it. How could he have dodged the attack that I just spoke out loud and told him how to dodge? Bizarre. Bizarre on every level. Yeah, physical builds have become a little less relevant after Three Brothers DLC, so those boots are junk. I mean, physical builds are still really good. It's just the fact that gargoyles exist, you know? Like, are you going up against a gargoyle with physical? I'm not. I'm not doing it. Especially emissaries. See, the thing about a Scarlet Emissary is that they are a very difficult enemy at their core. But you can minimize the difficulty of fighting them by being in the fight as little as possible. So use an Ethereal Varnish, and then they die twice as fast. Whereas if you go full throttle on physical, they don't die. So the fight becomes way harder just because of that. Had the same thought when I watched anime, but then I think those fights are going in a speed that normal people wouldn't have a chance of following. Yeah, that's a good point. How long do those fights take to charge up? Probably not as long as we think. There was a joke I heard. It was like on... I don't remember who said it. Might have been on a comment or something. I don't remember. But it was a joke about how, like, the Dragon Ball series, it's like 5 episodes for Goku to Kamehameha. It's like, that sounds ridiculously funny, but at the same time, it's kind of true. It's kind of true. What's happening this episode? Same thing that's about to happen in the next 3. They're going to charge something up, and we'll hope that they hit. If they miss, it'll be really disappointing. Still love me a pure physical dagger build? Yeah, daggers kind of make up for it, I think.
Listen up.
Do I have to go for the bottom? Might have to go for the bottom. Or no, I can go in... Yeah, because you can't go in the front either. So we have to go through the passageway and then up. You go through that way if you take Levant, I think. Kame takes nap. Yeah. So don't get me wrong, I love DBZ, but let's be honest, 90% of an episode's listening to someone scream. Yeah, yeah. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I still watched it, so I guess it drew me in. It worked. It worked before. All right, what do I want to do? Let's go with the lightning boon since that's active. Ooh, that is gonna hit hard. And then I think I already have healing. I do have healing. Let's activate a little bit more. I might go out soon. It's kind of tricky. We don't want to fall off the edge for no reason. I hate that you just wasted my brace. That's what I hate. So yeah, there's nothing you can do, man. I don't know how to attack them without getting hit. I genuinely don't think it's possible. They're too fast. I've tried, but unless they're staggered, it feels like you have to just absorb the hit. Alright, now I got 2 bandits down here. Is Bloody Alexis down here during this quest? Yeah, there she is. Watch this. Blink. Might not have been the best idea. Really? You pre-attacked? That's for me, dude. You don't get the pre-attack. He did it again. He pre-attacks twice! What? He caught me. He knows the game. It's you and me, Bloody. Correction. Just to me. 150 silver, wow. No, I'll take it. What's up, Chica? Don't forget a mana potion. Ah, good idea. So you could use discharge. Let me take the mana regen and then see if that is enough for when I go up there. How do I do this? I think I have to go in there, maybe? Do you walk up here and auto fall down? I don't think it kills you the first time. Maybe use Unerring Reed before? Can't, bro. I don't have it. I don't have it. I mean, I have it, but I can't use it. I have no alertness. None. Okay, yeah, I think we roll in. Drops us down. Pull this lever. Pull this lever. Swap to these. Turn the lantern off. Yeah, that was awesome. That is what I wanted. That is how I wanted that to go. Oh, he didn't see me. The fool. Sweep the leg! How'd I do that on the edge without falling? I don't know. We may never know. Alright, I think I pulled both of those, so we're good to go back up, and it should have the platform now. Sweep the leg! That is probably the most fun thing about this build, is I don't even use it that often, and then randomly I'm just like, alright, you're fall down on the ground. Made it. Alright, do we have to kill what's-her-face here? She might be here this time. I legitimately don't know her name. No, she's not in this quest. Okay. Be slamming punch and paste her T. This build has quite a bit of stamina. I have the -10 stamina from the faction. That's probably why I doesn't really bother me too much. Let's go with these, I believe. So risky, yeah. Thanks, Marco. Indeed, man, indeed. Alright, we got all the buffs. You said take a mana potion, so I have the mana to use the discharge. Then we're gonna make sure we got the stamina. I already used the potion, so I have that. Health regen. And then we pop both of these, and we bum rush her. I think she's only there if you took Heroic Kingdom. I believe that's the case. Yeah, I think it is a Heroic Kingdom exclusive. Because I believe you can either fight her or you could get her on your side if you agreed to her earlier on, maybe.
Oh.
We triumph. I am the new. Listen close. I don't know. Enough talk.
I still do. Hey, the lives of our people here were threatened. All we ever did was defend ourselves. What?
I don't know if option one was correct.
To believe that they'd actually be willing to negotiate.
The god of discipline plays no favorites.
You're asking me to abandon everything and put our hopes in factions outside our control. No.
113.
You can't say. Damn it.
What you babbling about?
113. Is she immune again? No. My discharge just missed for some reason. Oh. Zane almost died while I was goofing off. I couldn't let that happen. Couldn't let it happen. She has poison on a palladium sword. What's the Cyrene build like? It looks pretty okay, actually. I'm not hanging around here to be tried for treason. Fair enough. I can't blame the guy.
Forget me.
Simeon, return.
That was a lat, wasn't it? He makes a... I'll organize a convoy to Mont...
Peace. I'm out of here. We headed over to Monsoon. Can you get Yazan's sword? Yes, you need to kill him. That is the only way to get it. You have to kill him, and it inflicts pain, I believe. I don't think you get it if you get him killed. I think you specifically have to kill him, but I don't remember. Because I think if he dies, he just respawns. I'm not sure it actually kills him for sure. It's a pretty decent sword. There's better options, I think. There's better options. Alright, faction quest, ladies and gentlemen. She's about to be done. Oh, so let's take a nap, huh? I think you could take a nap beforehand and it doesn't matter. Yeah, we don't want it to be nighttime. You won't be able to see any of the enemies. Yeah, killing him. Yeah, that's why. I mean, usually I wouldn't kill him. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's better options, so you don't really. It's not really incentivized to kill him to get the sword. What's up, last word? Alright, so we'll buff after.
Blessings of we.
Enough.
I've heard.
Our current state, we require
Do you
an it's hard. We need if food is
Hey!
Yada yada yada.
Will you
This
to any? We
Is this
I can...
very well.
then and I...
then the task of collectors.
What?
What?
Protect
I'll have Simeon.
Good luck.
all of you who serve the holy mission.
Alright, let's take our peacemaker elixir. And we get plus 20 stamina, health, and mana. Now, we might take more mana. See, because before, I couldn't afford it. Now I can. I absolutely can afford more mana. Probably one more point. Because that'll put us at an even 150, and I think 75 mana, probably. Yeah, we'll probably take another point whenever I can. Once we go to Harmadden. The sword's great, but 25 silver from Yazan's all I care about. Alright, fair enough.
Good. Everyone needed for the ascension is present.
The entire Holy Mission faction. Outside of those who aren't here.
So.
Your body, I will dispel the lead.
So.
I can guide you through the process, but only you. Fear not. I ask. I cannot.
I will gladly give my life to prevent a second
Don't say you want to
scourge.
help. Instead, say, what do you want me to do?
No doubt that most of us are...
How?
I should be on the front lines of defense. No Exalted? Yeah, no Exalted for this. 150, 150, 75 is solid. I think so. I think that'll be perfect. Not for this build. I did keep my bed buff, by the way. I was wondering if it was going to let me keep it. Mana regen is important. And lastly, I want to take a mana potion. That should be all the buffs I need. We have Purifier, so we have like way more guards helping us out. Oh, staggered me out of my cool attack. Of course he did. Yeah, look at my boys. You do Purifier and you can't lose this, dude. You can't. Oh, I didn't take healing. That's what I missed. You do Purifier, you actually can't lose. They'll win by themselves. I mean, you can still lose if you die. Because the two Immaculates aren't here. They got Wolfgang members, too. Coming in hot. Dang it, they keep staggering me out of it. They're not even attacking me. They're hitting someone else. That's annoying, bro. Every time I go in for a hit, they're in the middle of attacking someone else. That was so lame. I didn't even get to use the move at all. I did not get to use it a single time. They knocked me out of it both times. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done Purifier because that was too easy. They were already dead before I got to help. Well, the idea was there. The idea was there. You knew what I was trying to do. I was trying to activate the lightning and hit a bunch of enemies at the same time, but it turns out when you play the game correctly, the game can beat itself. Who knew? I think we get the Candleplate Helm, don't we? Wait, I didn't get a Zarstone. What did I do wrong? That's a good question. I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe I get it now, because I know I get the helmet now.
I don't know if I'll ever get you. It's strange to have her present in my mind like this, but...
How can I help you?
Maybe I did the quest wrong. I should have gotten the helmet by now, too, I think. That's confusing. Did get a Zarstone? Oh, maybe I did. Did I not see it?
Ah, this is your go now.
Ah, he gives you the candle plate. Okay. I think I did do it right. I think that is the Zarstone.
Of the holy mission.
Yeah, he gives you Soren's hammer and then Soren's helmet. You can become Soren. Although the hammer is kind of mid, let's be honest. And now we Skyrim walk all the way back to their house. We did it! I was kind of disappointed. I wanted to hit a bunch of enemies with that, but to be fair, like, that's just what happens when you do parallel quests. Okay, faction quest is completed. That means tomorrow we will do Sora Borean's DLC. We'll do the Rust and Vengeance stuff. Why not just wear the set? Because it's only a helmet. I don't even have the armor set. I only have the helmet. Just gonna sell this and this. Honestly, though, I probably could have. That's not that bad of an idea. And we can sell the Butcher's Amethyst. We don't really need it. Valid point. Rustlich is going to be a sick fight with Virgin Knuckles. I think so. I think so. It's raining. I don't even have the enchant for it, is the thing. I don't even have the circlet. We were talking about the rain enchant for the circlet earlier, but I don't even have the stuff for it. There we go, the full candle plate set. We could sell that later if we need money, which we will need money. We always need money, because it's Caldera. I don't know, though. I think the build really came together. So we're going to take 1 more point in mana. I think that's a given. I think we need it. And I'll probably keep those, just so I have them. We're going to take 1 more point in mana. And we need to enchant the hat at some point. The thing is, I'll probably just go barrier. It's either barrier or protection, so it doesn't really matter that much. We could do it once we get the Caldera if we really feel like it. I was going to check stats, yeah. So we'll definitely take 1 more. I think we can manage it. I like the evenness of the numbers right now, though. 155, 155, 55. 75 will be quite a bit more, though. On top of having negative 55 mana, that's huge. That is huge. He said we always need money. That's the society we're in. Very true. Very true. Should try the cooking pot with the sustenance enchant. Is that like a no hunger or something like that? It's kind of a weird idea. I'm not sure if it'd be any good, though. Alright, folks. Well, we're done. We did it. Yay us. We will do Rust and Vengeance tomorrow on top of the Jade Lich probably on the way out. I want to fight him first, and then we'll do Rust. It feeds you and looks silly. Gotcha. Gotcha. Sounds interesting. But yeah, that's probably it for me today, man. Thank you guys for being here. It was a blast. Had a good time. I always like doing the faction quests. This is one of those games where I just like the quests. I think the quests... All of the quests are about combat, so I never get bored of them. Thanks for the fisting. Catch you later, peeps. Outward's version of Let Me Solo Her. True, true. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, thanks, Storm, for stopping by, man. It was cool to see you. Great video as always. Thanks, Random. Thanks, Random. All right, peeps. Thank you, guys. Have a great day, great night, whatever it is for you. Good to see you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.